Hey guys, and welcome to Tween Tuesday. I'm Miss Cindy from the South Brunswick Public Library, and today we're going to be working on DIY sun catchers. It is summertime, and that means there is a lot of sun, which means this is the perfect time to work on this. Now, I will say that the craft involves using sun catcher paint, but if you don't have that, don't worry, I will provide a very simple recipe to make your own. So, let's go. DIY sun catchers. Let me show you what you're going to need. Clear plastic plates, or if you have an old picture frame, that would work too, because then you can paint directly on the glass as well. Sun catcher paint and a Sharpie. Now I know you're thinking, Miss Cindy, I don't have sun catcher paint. Who just has sun catcher paint lying around? And you're right. I definitely don't have sun catcher paint lying around. I actually had to get this from the library. This is not something that I own or that most people own. But you can make sun catcher paint by following the recipe that is on the screen right now, which is really just adding some regular food coloring, liquid food coloring, to clear glue. Clear Elmer's, like school glue, or any brand actually, just any clear glue will work. You can also do it with white glue, but it will come a little bit opaque, not as much. If you want to mix half clear, half white, that's fine too. But basically you just add some drops of food coloring until you get the color that you want, and then voila, DIY sun catcher paint. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out my design. My design is going to be very, very simple. It's just going to be kind of a wavy rainbow. You don't have to draw it out first with Sharpie. I like drawing it out first with Sharpie because I kind of like the style that it gives with the black outlines and everything, but it is totally unnecessary. If you want it just to be the colors of the paint without any of the Sharpie, you can skip that step. Ooh, sorry about the squeakiness, but I think that's good. This kind of gives me a good idea of where I'm going to want to paint, and it's alright if I go outside the lines a little bit. I'm just taking another plate to use as my palette. And actually, I have sun catcher paint here, but I have also made it at home as well. Like I've made the DIY sun catcher paint I was telling you guys about, and it does come out really, really good. Now for the white, that is a little bit difficult. There is such a thing as white food coloring, but I did have to buy it online when I first wanted to make it. So just keep in mind that if you want like a white, it's probably not going to be great. Also, it just came out weird when I poured it out, so I'm probably not going to end up using the white. So let's just go ahead and rotate that away because it just kind of looks like gross slime. Let's do a little bit of orange. And yellow. Maybe green as well. So I think I do have an idea of what I'm going to use this goopy white for, and some of the colors are bleeding into each other, so I guess it's time to work fast. So let's start at the top of the rainbow. We're going to start with red. Okay, so now this is done. It is not perfect, so what you can do is take a paper towel and then just clean up these little edges while they're still wet. So I'm going to go do that now. Alright, and this is all done. So what I'm going to do when it is fully dry is I'm actually going to punch a hole right here and hang a string so that I can hang it from my window. If you guys want, you don't have to actually do what I did, which was do the rim and everything. You can actually take a scissor and just leave the center part. That would work well too. It's really just whatever you'd like. Okay, so as you saw, it actually comes together really easy. The Suncatcher paint is surprisingly simple to make, and it works really well. So really, once you have the paper plates, which come in huge packs, and the paints, you can make tons and tons and tons of these. You know, you can put them all around your house as long as everybody there is cool with it. You can make lots of different designs, work on different patterns, stuff like that. I would suggest definitely using a hole puncher or using your parents to help you poke a hole at the top of the plate so that you can hang it somewhere. But you can also use like clear tape to stick it directly to the windows, especially if you use the small plates. Then they can be part of the window itself instead of hanging. So, you know, you can really do whatever you like with this. All right, so that is everything that I've got for you guys today, but I will see you next week on Tween Tuesday.